Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who has fled. In these visuals, you can see earlier we had shown you how the protesters, after breaching the residence, had taken a dip in the swimming pool. After that, they can be seen in the inner reaches of the residence. They've occupied the beds there. There are also videos from the kitchens where the protesters appear to be helping themselves after having evicted the Rajapaksa president, that is Gotabaya Rajapaksa. And now this completes essentially the complete eviction of the Rajapaksa family from at least their posts and their residences insofar as the protests in Sri Lanka are concerned. At this time, with the law and order situation in Sri Lanka having completely vanished essentially, the Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has called an emergency meeting of all party leaders to discuss the situation and to come to some kind of resolution. And he has also moved to ask the speaker to summon the parliament there. These are the visuals, viewers, you can see in your screen. In one set, the protesters rather, are in the swimming pool. In another, they have opened up the drawers. They have opened up the various cupboards in the presidential residence. We have Muhammad Inha reporting for us live from Sri Lanka. Muhammad, if you can tell us what is the latest situation on the ground. We see what's happening in the presidential residence, but in the streets also, are we witnessing a similar situation?
Yes, well, Republic TV India. Now the public has copied both the president official residence in Fort and the presidential secretary in Colombo. The public stormed the president secretary and the president's office residence during anti-government protest held today. Video footage has been released of the protesters enjoying the swimming pools, rooms, and various other facilities at the president's official residence. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has reported said that he will respect the decisions taken at the party leaders meeting today. According to Aditya, the Prime Minister's office said the President has informed Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe of his decisions. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe has held initial discussion with several party leaders.
Mohammed, that is key information you're sharing with us. So essentially you're telling us that Gotabaya Rajapaksa has told Ranil Wickremesinghe that he will agree with any decision that the government takes. Given now that the protesters are set on demanding his resignation, is there a possibility, could the government recommend to the president to step down to bring the situation under control? What are the options before Ranil Wickremesinghe?
Ranil Wickremesinghe, people are hating Ranil Wickremesinghe, but Ranil Wickremesinghe said, go home. But the protesters are demanding President Gotabaya Rajapaksa want to resignation. Now we are showing that footages, swimming pools and rooms enjoying the protester inside of presidential residence. That's a video footages.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Mohammed. Those visuals are on our screens right now of how the protesters are inside the residence of the president. Could you tell us, is there any indication where Gotabaya Rajapaksa has fled to? Is he still in the country? Earlier, when we had seen Mahindra Rajapaksa flee his house, he had gone to Trincomalee at a naval base. Is there any indication where Gotabaya Rajapaksa has gone?
The peoples are finding lot of areas. White peoples are finding Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and Rajapaksa's families. They are escaping. Where he now peoples are finding where Rajapaksa's and presidents here can't fight. But people surely find. Some of video footages are coming soon. President vehicles going to the highways, and that's video footages. But that's unofficial video footages. We not that publish it. We update every movement in Sri Lanka. Please join with you.
Right. Mohammed, stay with us. We've currently accessed a video which we are showing to our viewers of a lorry bearing a load of protesters that are heading to the president's office. In one of the videos, a man on a cycle can also be seen hitching a ride, essentially. And these are all protesters with the Sri Lanka flag who we are told are heading to the president's residence. And so is there a likelihood, are even more people likely to join it? Because from the visuals we accessed, there is not a single space to stand outside it. It's a complete ocean of people over there.
Island white people, Anuradhapura Pradesh district peoples, and Kandy district peoples. A lot of peoples also coming to Colombo. The protest, joining the protester. No buses, no trains. All of blocked the Sri Lankan government. But people want to protest. They are coming in the lorries and vehicles. Lot of peoples now joining the protest.
Another question, Mohammed. Since the economic crisis began and became a global phenomenon, a global item of news, the steps that have been taken by the Sri Lankan government, have they helped alleviate the crisis? Is food, fuel cheaper now? Is it affordable to the public, or is it even worse?
Here, no food. A lot of people dead. Yesterday, Puttalam district people, one old man dead in the fuel queues. His old is 70, 75. He in the queues 4 days, but he can't get fuel. Here, limited prices in giving fuels. Here, no gases, no petrols, no medicines. Lot of people are dead, no medicines. In the Sri Lanka, medicine prices and fuel prices, food prices. Now, 3 months ago, a lot of people dead. Prime Minister last 2 or 1 month telling the 3 months after, a lot of people are dead that situation. India a lot of help to Sri Lanka, but the politicians, Sri Lankan politicians, they can't do that helping that's foods.
Right. Mohammed, stay with us. One key aspect is that we have seen how over the last few days, a number of Sri Lankan cricketing legends have also joined this protest. And I'd just like to read out a tweet by Sanath Jayasuriya, one of the most famous Sri Lankan cricketers, who is out at one of the protests right now. And he says, "In my entire life, I have never seen the country united like this with one goal to throw out a failed leader. The writing is now on your official house wall. Please go in peace, go home, Gota today." And he adds to that, "I always stand with the people of Sri Lanka and we will celebrate victory soon. This should be continued without any violation." So my question is there overwhelming public support for the anti-Rajapaksa movement, or does Rajapaksa also have his supporters? What are you seeing?